And the reason why I can get on here without feeling like
I've got to have this bulleted list of, I have to have an outline, I have to know what my thumbnail is going to be,
that comes from practice. Hey y'all, it's Jimdy. So I'm back with a quick video on how to be really good at batch creating. I'm doing this daily YouTube challenge, and the thing that's allowing me to be successful, unlike all the other times in the past, is that I'm sitting myself down and I'm recording 3, 4, 5 videos in one sitting. And then I'm editing it over the course of the week and scheduling it ahead of time. And so there isn't that time crunch of, oh my gosh, I have to get a video out. So I wanna share some of the tips that's making it really easy for me to batch create. The first thing is I just have a running list of the ideas. I actually use my phone. I use the Notes app, and I just have a checklist going of all the potential ideas that I can make videos about. Every time I have an idea, I just write it down. I don't do any additional scripting, right? So I come on here with an idea. I literally just finished recording a video where I was reflecting on a breakthrough I had. And I was like, okay, let me go from the dress I was wearing. I look so good in this dress, by the way, but that's another thing. Let me go from this dress that I was wearing, throw on a shirt so it looks visually like it's a different video in a different time, and maybe talk about this batch creating that I'm doing. And what I'm doing is I'm trusting that the good Lord is going to flow the ideas that I need into me while I create. And the reason why I can get on here without feeling like
I've got to have this bulleted list of, I have to have an outline, I have to know what my thumbnail is going to be,
that comes from practice, making lots and lots of videos. So actually the process of batch creating helps you get better at the process of batch creating. So it's a self-fulfilling process, right? There are also certain videos that lend themselves better to batch creating. So obviously sit down talking videos lead themselves much better to batch creating. Vlogs also do as well, depending on how you edit them. I have been thinking about a vlog since the beginning of my challenge, and it still doesn't exist. And part of it is sort of like the emotional work. When there are a lot of elements involved with making a video, every element, there's another like friction point. There's like another area where the progress and the creative work can get stopped. And that reduces your ability to actually execute on making lots of videos, right? And that ties it back to sort of the emotional work that's necessary to batch create. Whenever you do anything that takes energy and effort, you have to believe that it's worth doing, right? That it's important. Full stop. If you still have some ideas around your self-worth, your perceived value from other people, if you're still really sensitive to what other people say, to what your views are, to your subscriber numbers, to these metrics, all of that's sort of clouding your head and your energy, and it's sort of getting in between every single word you say, right? Because we know what it's like when we're really excited about something and it just flows out of us. And we know what it's like when we're thinking,
was that too awkward, or was that funny? Am I trying too hard? How am I gonna make this edit? I have to get all this B-roll.
All of these things stop you from just sitting down and creating. So the inner work, as always, is really, really critical. The other thing that's super helpful is to have a process that you love for actually creating the videos, specifically editing the videos. I'm so blessed. God always gives me a balcony. Wherever I go, God gives me a balcony. So one of my favorite things is, I'm here in Mexico and sometimes it rains. My favorite thing is to sit on my balcony and edit. It's a covered balcony, so I can sit and be dry and watch the rain. It's so romantic. I love it. But I also have all these local cafes near me, and that's really nice because then I feel like I'm being social and I'm being out in the world and in my community, but I'm still getting my creative work done. For a while, I was a part of a co-working space, so that was really nice to have a dedicated place that I could go and do my editing. And that wasn't something that I was dreading. It was part of the fun, was like, ooh, now I get to edit this video. Now I get to make this thing. On the making side too is also the environment that you get to create in. So I'm really blessed because I live alone. And so there's no limit, there's no barrier to me being able to create. All I really need is sunlight. And ideally a quiet environment. Sometimes there is construction going on in the apartment or nearby apartments. That does affect the audio quality sometimes. But for the most part, if the sun is shining and, you know, I have something to say, I can sit down and make as many videos as I want, right? Back when I lived with family, I was always thinking about,
oh, what's my sister's schedule?
Let me make sure I can have the privacy to make my video when she's at work. And I know some people, they don't love the physical environment they're in, right? Like they don't love their background. around, maybe there's other people around, and that affects their ability to show up. If you can, one way to get around this is through going out in nature, right? So I love watching people's videos that are out in nature. One of my biggest videos was about me quitting my 9-to-5, and I like made that video like outside, just like walking around. There actually is this beautiful element that's added to the video just by sitting outside, seeing some greenery, seeing the blue sky. We know as viewers that like calms our own nervous system, and it allows us to feel like, you know, we're more connected and we're more in the video as well. The other thing I'd add, so for me, I really love natural light and I'm blessed that it's abundant, but having an external light source, another light source, goes a long way with freeing you up for when you can make videos. Because right now I have like a 3 to 5 hour window when I can create. Then there's a point where the light becomes right in front of me and it creates really intense shadows, or, you know, because it's varying with the clouds, it's like messing up with my aperture and all these things. If I also had an external light source, I could use that and I wouldn't need to worry about the natural sunlight. So that's another way you can support yourself when it comes to batch recording. And then I think something I saw that I want to share as well is this idea of striking on an idea that you find exciting the second you find it exciting. The moment you're like, ooh, this would be cool, just sit down and make a video. Like literally as I finished my last video, I was like,
oh, I should talk about batch recording.
So I sat down and I'm talking about it, right? And now this video gets to exist. I would also say set goals for yourself, set a minimum, a stretch goal, and then set like a whoa, that would be amazing goal. So I feel pretty confident that anytime I batch record, I can do at least 2 videos. I'm like, okay, that's standard. The stretch goal would be something like 4 videos, and then like the amazing goal would be 5 videos. So this is my second video, so I feel like I'm good, right? Like if I don't do anything else, I'll feel pretty accomplished, and I feel pretty confident that I can get at least 2 more videos out, either by consulting my list or just sitting and seeing what idea comes to me. There's this idea that you can't really force inspiration, but what I have found is that whenever I sit down and meditate and allow my heart to open and bring in some kind of wisdom, and I then do have all this energy that turns into a video. Just saying, maybe weep a little bit, and on the other side, you'll have a really great video idea. And with that, I actually want to take a nice deep breath. And this is a reminder that Cecilia gave me. She said she really liked when I would do these breathing techniques in my videos. And that brings me to my final tip, which is to leverage the comment section. So it can be your own comment section if you have folks who are pretty engaged, or it can be the comment section of other creators that you admire. What is it that people are talking about? What is it that really resonates with them? You can make a video answering someone else's question, solving someone else's problem, and then you can engage with that person and saying, hey, I literally just talked about this on my channel. So to test this, I'm gonna finish recording this video. I'm gonna go on my YouTube. I'm gonna find a creator I really admire. Her name is Lynette Atkins. I'm just gonna go on her latest video and I'm gonna see what the comment section is like. And when I see something that really sparks an idea for me, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna make a video. So the video that you see after this is going to be a video responding to something that I just saw. And I want to do this to prove how easy it can be to batch record. It doesn't need to be something that, you know, involves a lot of overthinking. And in fact, the less overthinking you do, I think the better. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead, sign off, say hi in the comments. And again, if you wanna hang out with me Wednesdays for Hello Creators Weekly Roundtable and get some free support, some free coaching, and some beautiful community, that's every Wednesday at noon Eastern. You can RSVP in the description box link. And if you want one-on-one support, I'm a creative coach. You can put some time on my calendar at shimdiahazier.com. Thank you so much, Patreon people, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.